Chazan, Harriet asked me to tape some songs which are representative of the various periods in my life for use at the testimonial. One of the earliest songs I remember was one my father used to sing to me when I would get into bed with him and Mother, and he would regale me with this song. It was called Hard Times in the Old City Jail and went something like this. It is hard times in the old city jail, it is hard times in the old city jail. The coffee they give you ain't fit to drink. It's just like the water that comes out of the zinc. It is hard times in the old city jail. It is hard times in the old city jail. And there were other verses too which I do not remember. Then Mother had a favorite song which she would sing, and it went as follows. The moon has its eyes on you, so be careful whatever you do. When you go a-strolling with your lady love, be careful, 'cause the moon is watching from above. The moon has its eyes on you, so be careful whatever you do. Daddy used to pride himself on some of his synagogue melodies, and I think, Chazan, you know which were at least some of his favorites. One of the best favorites of his was V'al Kulam. V'al Kulam Elo Selichot Selach Elanu Mechal Elanu Kapelanu. And of course, from the Hallel, he was partial to Odecha, that went like this. Odecha, Odecha, Ki ani tani, Vatehi li Yeshua. Odecha, Odecha, Ki ani tani, Vatehi li Yeshua. When I was 9 years old, I joined a young Judea group called the Amek Club. It was headed by Len Wolf, and Amek, of course, stands for the Amek Yisrael, the Valley of Jezreel. We had a theme song called Amek, and the best as I can remember, it went something like this. Amek, Amek, Hora, 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 Amek. Amek, Amek, Avodah, Amek, Amek, Hora, Amek, Amek, Avodah, Amek, Amek, Hora, 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 Amek. Amek, Amek, Hora, Amek, Amek, Avodah, Amek, Amek, Hora, Amek, Amek, Avodah, Amek, Amek, Hora. Well, when I was in high school, I used to sing with the Glee Club, and I used to sing some bass solos. I remember one of the most enjoyable was the Olar Kamovrin. The whole choir would sing it, and I would come in with the bass. The song went like this. Oh, the old ox a moverin', a moverin', a moverin', the old ox a moverin' by the Spirit of God. The old ox a moverin', a moverin', a moverin', the old ox a moverin', I thank God. And then some tenor would sing, how many days did the water fall? And I would come in, 40 days and nights in all. And then it went on in that vein. See that brother dressed so fine. He ain't got religion on his mind. That was my bass. See that sister dressed so fair. Oh, no, it went like this. See that sister dressed so gay. And then I would come in with the pièce de résistance. The devil's gonna come and carry her away. And then everybody would come in. The old ox a mover in, a mover in, a mover in. The old ox a moving by the Spirit of God. The old ox a moving, a mover in, a mover in. The old ox a moving, and I thank God. Now, let me say in general that Negro spirituals, particularly at this period in my life, were extremely important to me. I love them. One of the first stage plays I ever saw was the musical Porgy and Bess. And I used to sing the songs from it constantly, like, oh, I got plenty of nothing, and nothing's a plenty for me. And, all a man a river, that all a man a river. And one spiritual in particular that I used to sing and take pride in was Water Boy. Water Boy, where are you hiding? If you don't come, I'm gonna tell your mammy. There ain't no hammer on this mountain that ring like mine, boys, that ring like mine. Come bust this rock, boys, I'm gonna bust this rock, boys, from a high to Macon, all along the line, and so on and so forth. Well, I finally went to Israel in 1949, and the songs that were popular then, of course, were the Palmach songs. One in particular I used to sing all the time. Misaviv Yom Hasar, Ach Roshenu lo yishach, Lifkuda tamid anachnu tamid, Anu ha'palemach, Mimetula ad hanegev, Min hayam ad hamidbar, Kol bachur v'tov laneshek, כל בחור על המשמר, נתיב לנשר בשמיים, שביל פר בין הרים, מול אויב דרכנו יעל, בין ניכרות ובין צורים, הראשונים תמיד אנחנו, לאור היום ובמחשך, לפקודה תמיד אנחנו תמיד, אנו הפלמח. Well, then I guess the seminary days were represented by the negative niggin, which Heschel taught me. He actually taught it to me one Shabbos afternoon. I was house chairman of the seminary, and I used to make arrangements for professors and others to come to our Shabbat afternoon dinner or luncheon after services. And once I invited Heschel, and he came, and he sang this song, and of course I never forgot it, and still value it very highly. Nine, 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 nine. And of course he would always tell me, Lipnick, you're singing it too fast. Slow down. Nine, 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 nine. And incidentally, Chazan, I think you have a little bit of a change in there from the way I learned it from him. Here's the way I learned it from him. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Well, I guess we would come to the Ramah years, which coincided in part with the seminary days. And I used to do quite a bit of singing at Ramah, and the song that was known as my song at the Wisconsin camp, which I invariably sang on Shabbat, and the kids would ask me to sing it, and I would take great delight in doing so, was As ich will singen on Shabbos. As ich will singen lecha doidi, sollst du singen a cheery beery bum. Of course, the kids would come in on that. As ich will singen a lich graskala, sollst du singen a cheery beery bum. A lich adoidi cheery beery bum. A lich graskala cheery beery bum. Licha doidi likiraskala, chiri biri 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 bum bum bum, chiri bim. And the kids would answer, chiri bum, chiri bim, chiri bum, chiri bim bum bum, a chiri bum, a chiri bim, chiri bum. Chiri bim bum, a chiri bum. Hoy chiri biri biri bim bum, kids. Hoy chiri biri biri bim bum. Hoy chiri biri biri bim bum. Hoy chiri biri biri bim bum. And then we would speed up each rendition until I would tell them, here's where we separate the men from the boys. And it would go something like this: chitty bim, chitty bum, chitty bim, chitty bum, chitty bim bum, chitty bum, chitty bim, chitty bum, chitty bim, chitty bum, chitty bim bum, chitty bum, hi chitty bitty bitty bim 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 bum. Well, another period that I can think of is, of course, the reunification of Jerusalem in '67. When I went to Jerusalem for the first time and saw the old city. I had been to Israel, of course, many times before that, but never saw the real Jerusalem. And I guess the song which I am partial to, which is symptomatic of that period, is Havirarim Salul Kayain Vereyachoranim, and so on. Well, along comes B'nai Amunah, and of all the songs you sing, Chazan, of course there's so many, I don't know how one picks one particular one. But I guess if I had to, my favorite is from the Kedusha of Musaf, where I join you in a kind of a duet, which goes like, Hu Eloheinu, Hu Avinu, Hu Malkeinu, Hu Malkeinu, Hu Moshienu, up, and of course I stay down, and that's that. What else is there to sing? I guess the last song, I decided on 10, and I think you have about 9 until this point, or at least 9 categories, should be the Harriet period, which is, of course, a very special period. And our song, which I imagine should end the medley, is More. More than the greatest love the world has known. This is the love I give to you alone. More than the simple words I try to say. I only live to love you more each day, more than you'll ever know. My arms long to hold you so. My life will be in your keeping, waking, sleeping, laughing, weeping. Longer than always is a long, long time, but far beyond if forever you'll be mine. I know I've never lived before, and my heart is very sure no one else could love you more. Longer than always is a long, long time, but far beyond if forever you'll be mine. I know I've never loved before, and my heart is very sure no one else could love you